Yeah. But how do you feel about the ones that are tortured like this?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I know that Tyson, when we had the coach Benny down there,
Yeah.
they were real strict about the way everything was done. Because y'all went out there and then they changed it up.
Because they're breaking the law all the time, so investigators have to go in there to make sure they're following the laws. Like, we've got laws about that shit, but they don't follow them. Because after all, they're just slaves that we can just throw away. We buy and sell them just like any other slave. So I mean, the idea is to try to get people to think about it before, because every bucket of wings, they're all sensitive individuals, just like the ones you got at your house. But those animals, they want to live, you know it.
Yeah, they only live so long, and we've got plenty of predators out there after them.
That's right. So what are we doing, raising billions of them, giving ourselves bird flu in order to keep them around?
I guess, I don't know.
It's like a crazy idea to me.
I guess, I mean, you know.
You're working for beverage?
Yeah.
I used to work in beverage. I was a beer man myself.
Were you? Oh, okay.
Anheuser-Busch. That's why they got me. I just drive trucks. Yeah, just to drive beer man truck for Anheuser-Busch back in Virginia.
Yeah.
But a lot of our guys, they would quit and go to Coke or Pepsi because like the pennies were better.
It kind of goes back and forth on who's paying the most. Because we have people leave, go to Pepsi, and then a year later they're back to Coke.
Yeah.
And they go from Bud over here.
That's exactly, yeah. And because we were distributing Monster, and then it went to Coke, and a lot of people that were like their best Monster sellers would go and work at Coke and all this, yeah. But I never liked that C-store stuff because you're up at like, we used to leave at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I didn't like that
I
shit.
got a Monster out Healy before.
Yeah.
I'm usually at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we did, I was on premise mostly, so I'd work mostly nights or like just later in the day. But I'd be out sometimes buying, because beer sometimes you're buying people beer and shit up until 2 a.m.
Wow.
And then every once in a while, like around the holidays, the 4th of July and stuff, they want you back at the warehouse at 4 a.m. to leave and go to C stores because they need the help. That was for the birds, man. For the birds.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I don't know. It's gonna be hard to get people to give up their fried chicken, right?
I want them to. Maybe it's hard, but it was hard. It's always hard to get people to change, do anything.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do was try to get people to think about it.
I mean, there's a lot of people out there that raise their own chickens and they dispatch them and eat them, you know, organic and all that stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, when we're talking about 10 billion animals, that's less than 1% of what you're talking about.
Rough. I've seen them trucks. And
anybody who's actually seen it, but I've had people tell me in my face, no, that's a lie, and it's like, oh, that ain't a lie.
I mean, you can see them driving down the highway.
People that open their eyes to see that shit. You know what I mean? I see people, because now I know what I'm looking for. I see people driving the pigs. I see people driving the cows. And all those animals are scared. They're shitting themselves. I was up in one of the northern states, and they were cleaning out the trucks next to a gas station like this one. Oh my God, flies everywhere. It's just because
there's a lot of poop and stuff.
They're shitting themselves in fear. Yeah, the people eat that. Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem right to me, man. When we're killing 10 billion chickens a year, there's people raising it like you're talking about. That's half of a percent.
Like, well, you know, most of the people that like homesteaders and stuff, you know, a lot of them, they got chicken tractors and they're raised on grass and they're fed real well and stuff. And they you know,
I've seen all that. I've been to those places. But again, 10 billion in America alone. I'm not really even talking.
Most of those chickens have a real good life up until the day of their demise.
Those ones they're serving at Chick-fil-A do not. So the ones that they're serving at Popeyes do not. And those.
I know they're commercial. I mean, to supply that many chickens.
Yep. Well, that's my whole point.
There's so much involved.
But it's because
we're that many of them to the market at the same time.
It's because we're looking at them as a commodity, but they're not a commodity. They want to live. They're not commodities. They're not oil. They're not glass. They're not gold. They're animals that want to live, just like you and me. So I just say stop it. We got to change the way people look at these animals. And you know, you're right. There are these people out. I hear these stories all the time, and I've been to some of those farms.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm talking about, man. And even if all of it were like that, it still wouldn't be an excuse to put all these animals to death for no reason. You know, when I've been vegan 20 years, and I ain't had a problem. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm not the smartest man. Yeah. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
I guess it's like anything.
Yeah, it is like anything. You gotta change the way you think, and everything goes easy. Thank you, sir.
for this Epic Games collaboration, but this time you can play an own set